Welcome back to another episode of Clean Architecture course. Today we will discuss business logic side of our application. In previous lesson we covered building UI part, right? We have created search view and staggered grid view to show our image items. Today we will discuss how to bring these images from API service through block to our UI part. So within this process we could maintain clean architecture. To maintain our codes clear. I would like to explain things from right side to left to be more precise. Let's talk about API service. What this part will have in our code. Well, of course, we dig into practice, but we should a bit have a clear idea by theoretical side why we need this actually. We can directly build all things within our UI, but it will be a real mess. To keep it simple, we divide every part of logic to its components. We create first API service. This part will have requests, ready requests to be sent to server, to API. Through this, we will receive a response from API and process it by basic repository. It is a repository that is responsible to take care of the response came from API service. Then it will handle this response to processor repo. It means processor repository. I wrote them in a short way to be more accurate. Repo means repository, so don't get confused why it is repo, and so keep calm and try to understand. Within this processor repository, by analyzing the state of the data, we will provide state to our data, right? I will show you in a brief way after this slide what our data look like. For now, as we receive data from API, we will handle it to basic repository. It will give to our data state. After giving state, we will send it to processor. It will decide what to do. If it is error, it will send it in an error state shape or already throw an exception. In another case, if it is success, it will already turn it to model, which we created earlier in our previous episodes, right? It will right away convert the result, if it is success, to image model, which is ready to use in our UI. But it will not go directly to UI because we will have states which our UI should undergo. Well, after receiving data with state, it will decide what to do with it. After some processes on data, it will send to base repo of Bloc. This base repo will hand this data to Bloc. Our Bloc will work with data to generate state with the help of base block. Why we need this base block? Well, as we know, our data has pagination part. Like in the first request, we will receive 20 images, and these 20 images will go through all this step one by one, and we store them, these 20 images, right there in block state. It will be saved in the block state. It is a bit hard to write in computer, so don't judge me, please. I'm sorry for this. We will save all of them inside our state of a block. But what when we request another page? It will also send us another 20. If we try to just add this, it may end up like, how to say, it may remove all this 20 and put new 20, and we will start to search where the 20 images previously downloaded, where they have gone. It will definitely harm our application performance. We want these 20 images to be added into our previous list. What we will do, we give this 20 to our base block. It will handle this for us. Well, it is a bit unclear and hard to understand right now, but when we use this base block, you will see how it eases our job. It will relieve us from stress and boilerplate code, which also mess up our block. So thus we use base block. After this when all the processes undergone, our UI simply receives already processed, save it into state data without any problem. Well, this is all the processes that our data should undergo.